and welcome to First Chapter Sneak Peeks. Today I'm sitting in front of the brand new doors between our storytime room and our craft room. These were new with our renovation. I'm Miss Becky, in case you don't know me, and this is a new program, and I'm going to select several books each month and read to you the first chapter. So the books that I've chosen today, they're all series. So if you like these, you can read the first one, and then there's plenty more to continue on with. My first book is Magic Bone, and the subtitle is Be Careful What You Sniff For. These books are by Nancy Krulik. Chapter 1. Wiggle, waggle, wee! I take a flying leap and land right on the big couch in the living room. I know I'm not supposed to go on the furniture, but I can't help it. This sofa is so soft and comfy. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle! I roll onto my back and wave my paws in the air. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle! I flip over and squirm on the soft cushions. Hello, yard! I bark as I stand up on my back paws to look out the window. I can see my whole yard from here. Well, I could see it if my fur weren't always in my eyes. Stupid fur, always getting in my eyes. Scratch, scratch, scratch. My paws scratch the fur away from my eyes. Scratch, 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 crash! Wiggle, waggle, yikes! My stupid paws just knocked the tic-tac toy, which was on the table next to the couch, onto the floor. I hopped down to take a look. The tic-tac toy has a big crack in it, and it isn't ticking or talking anymore. Look what you did! I bark angrily at my paws. Of course, my paws don't look or answer. They can't. Paws don't have eyes or mouths. Paws just have fur. Like the fur that got in my eyes and caused this whole mess in the first place. Bump, 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 bump. That's the sound of Josh's 2 legs running down the stairs. Actually, he's stomping down the stairs, which means I'm in trouble. Bad dog, Josh yells. See what I mean? Don't understand a whole lot of 2-leg words, but I know what bad dog means. I wriggle under the table and give Josh my best sad dog face. I'm sorry, I whimper. Josh doesn't answer. That's probably because he doesn't speak dog. My tail slips between my legs. It knows Josh is angry too, which is pretty amazing since my tail doesn't have ears to hear Josh yelling or eyes to see his angry face. Sparky, Josh says to me, shaking his head. His mouth keeps on moving, and I can hear sounds coming out of his mouth, but I can only understand my name, Sparky. I know he isn't too angry because now he's smiling. That's something dogs and 2 legs do to be friendly. I guess it's okay to crawl out from under the table now. Josh kneels down to scratch me between the ears. I love when Josh touches me and scratches me. I think he must be the best 2-leg scratcher in the whole world. A little to the left I bark as I cock my head to the side. My tail pops out between my legs and starts wagging wildly. Crash! Wiggle, waggle, yikes! There goes the tall, skinny glass water bowl Josh keeps on the table. I don't get how you're supposed to drink from that water bowl. You can't really get the water out, even if you stick your tongue all the way in. I know, I've tried. Josh must think it's a weird water bowl too, because he never drinks from it. He just uses it to hold flowers. Well, he used to. Now it's in pieces. The flowers are all over the floor. Water is everywhere. Sparky! Josh shouts. I turn around and bark at my rear end. Stupid tail! Why did you hit the water bowl? I reach my head around and try to grab my tail with my teeth. My tail tucks itself between my legs again. I reach back farther. My tail tucks itself tighter. I reach, it tucks. I reach, it tucks. My tail and I are running around and around in circles. Grrr, Josh grumbles. He grabs my collar and leads me to the backyard. When he growls like that, Josh almost sounds like he's talking dog. I can tell he's saying I have to stay outside while he cleans up my mess. I'm pretty smart for a little puppy. After he cleans up, Josh will probably get in his big machine with the 4 round paws. Then he'll drive away for the whole day. But that's okay because now my tail and I can play, play, play. And there's nothing I like to do better than play. And that's the first chapter of Magic Bone. Be careful what you sniff for. If you like that, please check out this book. It's available at our library, and it's a series, so there's lots more by the same author. My next book I chose is Franny K. Stein, Mad Scientist. Ooh. And this book is by Jim Benton. Chapter 1, Franny's House. The Stein family lived in a pretty pink house with lovely purple shutters down at the end of Daffodil Street. Everything about the house was bright and cheery. Everything, that is, except the upstairs bedroom with the tiny round window. That room belonged to Franny K. Stein, and she liked to keep it dark and spooky and creepy. Every few days, her mother would come in and redecorate Fanny's bedroom with daisies and lilacs and pictures of lovely horses. It would always look so sweet and pretty. But by the very next day, Franny would somehow manage to make it look dark and creepy and spooky again. That was how she liked it, like a dungeon, complete with giant spiders and bats. Bats? Where does she get bats? Her mother would ask when she saw Franny's room. Is there a bat store around here or something? Of course there wasn't a bat store around. The bats just kept showing up. The bats liked Franny's room, and Franny liked the bats. They're like rats with pterodactyl wings, Franny said. What's not to like? Well, what is going to happen next in Franny K. Stein? This book is available at the Orland Park Library along with the rest of the series. Our third and last sneak peek is Chicken Squad. This is by Doreen Cronin. Some of you may know some of her picture books, like Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. This has an introduction. It says, "Welcome to the yard. Meet the Chicken Squad, 4 fuzzy little chicks who should fill their days pecking chicken feed and chasing bugs, but instead spend most of their time looking for trouble and finding it. My job is to pull them out of it. My name's J.J. Tully, retired search and rescue dog. 7 years on the job, 2 years in the yard. Keep your eye on these 4. First, we have Dirt. Short, yellow, fuzzy. Real name is Peep. Specialty, foreign languages, math, colors, and computer codes. Next, we have Sugar. Short, yellow, and fuzzy. Real name, Little Boo. Specialty, breaking and entering and interrupting. Next, we have Poppy. Short, yellow, and fuzzy. Real name, Poppy, specialty watching the shoe. We'll explain later. Next is Sweetie, short, yellow, fuzzy. Real name, Sweet Coconut Louise. Specialty, none that I can see. What do we notice about these three? The hair sprouting up, the hair curling with glasses, the hair to the side, and the hair straight up in a point. Here's the thing. I can't watch them all the time. I have dog stuff to do. Keep your eyes on them for a while, will you? I'm just going to settle down and take a little nap. Uh-oh. Wake me up if they get into any trouble. Well, big trouble. I'm sure you can handle a little trouble on your own. Chapter 1. Help! Help! A squirrel came barreling into the chicken coop. He was out of breath and in a panic. There's something big and scary in the yard, gasped the squirrel. It's after me. Describe it for me, said Sugar. She pulled her notepad out of the old shoe. It's big and scary, said the squirrel. It's big and scary. Big and scary is not going to cut it, said Sugar. Lots of things are big and scary, kid. My mom is big and scary. Try again. It's enormous and frightening, said Squirrel. Sugar put her pencil down. Better. Keep going. It's huge and terrifying, said Squirrel. Much better, Tail, said Sugar. She checked her notes. Big and scary, enormous and frightening, huge and terrifying. Maybe I can help, said Dirt. She took out her sketch pad. What shape was it? Asked Dirt. It was big, answered Squirrel. Big is not a shape, sighed Sugar. She put her notebook down. You've got a good vocabulary, kid, but your poor shape knowledge means I can't respect you. You should go now. Hold on, Sugar, said Dirt. Let's figure this out. Let's start from the beginning. It's enormous, snapped the squirrel. He was starting to get grumpy. I thought you said it was big, said Sugar. Maybe I can give it a try, said Dirt. Is it bigger than a house? Well, no, said the squirrel. Is it bigger than the chicken coop? Asked Dirt. Well, no, answered the squirrel. Is it bigger than you? Asked Dirt. I am a brave squirrel. Of course it is bigger than me, said the squirrel. Why would I be afraid of something if it wasn't bigger than me? Lots of people are afraid of things that are smaller than they are, said Dirt. Well, not me, said the squirrel. I'm only afraid of one thing, and it's big and scary, and it came out of nowhere, and it's out there waiting for me. I think we need JJ on this case, said Sugar. He knows the yard like the back of his paw. I'm going to run over there and ask him to join us. Not the dog, yelled the squirrel. Not the dog, not the dog. What's your beef with the dog, Tail? Asked Sugar. He's big and scary, answered the squirrel. Sugar had a hunch. Fine, I'm just going to run outside and grab a shovel, she announced. I'll be right back. Not the shovel, said Tail. Not the shovel, not the shovel. What's your beef with the shovel? Asked Sugar. It's big and scary, said the squirrel. I give up, Tail, said Sugar. Sounds to me like you're afraid of everything in the yard. Now get out of here and call me when you have a real problem. Sugar made a last note on her pad. Big and scary, enormous and frightening, huge and terrifying. Never mind. Just then, a dark figure appeared in the doorway and cast a shadow over Dirt, Sugar and Tail. "Everything okay in there?" asked a deep, gruff voice. Tail's eyes went wide, his face went pale, and he hit the floor. What happens next in Chicken Squad, the first misadventure? Great talking and reading to you today. See you again next month.